We've reached a milestone here. This has been in progress for many, many years. And this is going to be about 4.5 miles from Iowa City from the water plant to North Liberty. And it's going to be almost 18 miles by the time we come from Terry Trueblood Park south of Iowa City to North Liberty to the Mahaffey Bridge. And this is not only going to be to those locations, it's going to add on from there. We'll be going out North Dubuque Street to Solon, to Ely, on into Cedar Rapids, which goes on into Waterloo. So this is going to be one of the biggest assets for the community and for the whole area, for people bicycling, exercise, and whatever. And you tie this all together, it just brings a world of economy. I've been envious for years of what Wisconsin has done, and I'm sure some of the other board members have as well. And this is second to none. This is going to be great for our whole total community.
No, we're really tickled. The trail is open all the way through town, and it gets a lot of use. I live right here on Dubuque Street, and they're on the other side of the street now using it regularly, and it's great. We came down with a stroller today with the grandson, and you know, it's just really going to be just a great thing for the community. I just can't say enough about it.
I've been on the Trails Advisory Committee since the beginning with Janelle, and I'd like to say thank you to the Board of Supervisors who has kept hammering and making this commitment to this trails by setting money aside. Even when we were trying to get grants and it didn't happen, they just kept putting money aside, and we just kept doing it, and here we are. So thank you all. I appreciate your tenacity at working toward this.
Tell us when.
Okay. There you go.
My name is Melissa Henley. I work for Midwest One Bank, and I am on the Friends of the North Liberty Library Board. This morning we are hosting our annual Belgian waffle breakfast that benefits the North Liberty Library, its expansion projects, and the Friends of the North Liberty Library. And we've invited the community to come out and join us for breakfast this morning. The Friends of the North Liberty Library is a group that meets for the benefit of the library. We host events, fundraising events throughout the year, including this event, the Belgian Waffle Breakfast, and we also are selling poinsettias. The proceeds go to the Friends of the North Liberty Library, and then throughout the year we fund projects and purchases for the library. We've purchased new equipment, new books, and things that will benefit and make our library even better. I have been involved for the past 4 years with the Belgian Waffle Breakfast. It's been a great event. We've invited crafter individuals that have crafts or are selling things for them to join us as well. So when you come in for breakfast, that you can take a look at the crafter tables as well and make a purchase for maybe the upcoming holidays. There's a variety. There's a Sensi table. There is homemade cards, there are quilts. There's a wide variety of little trinkets that people can come in and purchase. Great holiday gifts coming up. There are Halloween focused, there's Christmas focused. There is just something for everybody here. We've had a wide variety of events that have changed throughout the years. We had events where there was no craft tables. Now we've had crafters join us throughout the years, and as we've progressed, they've gotten better. There's been several hundred people that have come in the past, and at least over 100 as well. We always anticipate and shoot for the stars and hope for 200 attendees. People sell the tickets prior to the event, sell them at the banks, purchase them and hand them out to customers and things like that. It's been a nice way to keep the community in. We always have it on a day that the Iowa home football games are, or they're not home, they're actually an away game. That way it doesn't interfere with people that have season tickets, maybe coming in for breakfast before the game festivities begin. Dad's Belgian Waffles are the company that makes the waffles. They have a big, huge Belgian waffle, all you can eat for $7, and they also have sausage links and coffee and juice, and as many trips as possible are encouraged. To-go boxes are offered as well. Great, lots of food for the $7 price, and it's a nice donation as well to the North Liberty Library. There's been a mixed crowd today. There's been families where they've brought all their kids in. There's been couples that have come in, a wide variety of people of all ages. I think we have 5 and under for Children Eat Free. We've had several children under the age of 5 come in. There's been some in strollers with their families. Everybody is welcome, and just it seems like everybody of all ages has come in and enjoyed the breakfast this morning. You should come to the Friends of the North Liberty Library Belgian Waffle Breakfast because you get a lot of food for a great price. You're supporting the library, which is the iconic central location that everybody can come in and enjoy in North Liberty. You're supporting a great cause. You're supporting great funding for the different projects and equipment that the North Liberty has to offer for everybody. Great crafter tables for gifts that you can plan ahead and get your presents for the holidays already purchased, and purchase the great poinsettias that come in for the fall and Christmas time as well. It's just a great event. It supports a great cause, a wide variety of things that you can enjoy and purchase, and all for supporting the library.
I'm here today to update on some projects going on here in North Liberty for building construction. And our first project update on is at the corner of Pasha Parkway and Highway 965. That's at 675 Pasha Parkway. And what that is a 7,500 square foot commercial strip mall with 4 tenant spaces. And one of those tenant spaces will be the new McDonald's here in North Liberty. Hopefully completion sometime in December. There's been no official submission of plans on the remaining 3 spaces. So what that is would be future build out. So right now they're just concentrating on getting the McDonald's tenant done. The next project to talk about is at the corner of Cherry Street, West Cherry Street, 965. That's been a project that's been going on for almost a year now. There's 2 buildings on that site. There's a large building which is about 14,000 square feet, and then there's a smaller building off to the west. That's going to have 1 tenant. We believe 1 tenant in that building. We have not received any plans on the finish of that yet. The larger building at 650 West Cherry Street, we have issued a permit now for 1 tenant, unit number 7, which will be a mail and print and more store, a place where you can have copy and mail services provided. Yeah, the 650 building, which is in the end will have 9 tenant spaces, could have up to 9 tenants. Right now there's some conversations going on about maybe a restaurant going into the spaces. Other than that, no, that's the mail copy place and then a proposed restaurant. Hopefully the mail and copy, mail and print and more place will be completed probably in about 60 days. We have not received any plans yet for the restaurant, so probably late winter. Okay, the other project that's going on, you'll notice at the corner of 965 and Forever Green Road is the Hills Trust and Savings Bank project. That's at 1855 Jordan Street, and that's a 2-story Hills Bank. Will be occupying the first floor will be the bank outlet, and then the second floor will be some offices for their loan and trust department. That project is continuing on a good pace, and we've done rough inspections. They've started drywall in there, so we should start seeing some interior finishes going up. So we anticipate, I think, late winter, early spring, a completion date on that one. The final project I'd like to talk about is the RCA North Liberty Living Center, which is at 410 Ashley Court. And what this is a project, it's an 80-unit apartment building. It's 3 stories with underground parking. And this project started June of 2010. And we just completed, we issued certificates to occupy October 1st. So tenants are starting to move in. It was quite the project here in North Liberty, and we're excited to see it opening. Out at I-380 subdivision, which is west of I-380 along Penn Street, we've had a new company go into a newly built building out there, Thermal King. They do refrigeration, trucking company where they maintain reefers. They opened their doors today to start business out there. Another project that will be starting this week will be the University of Iowa Credit Union, Community Credit Union. And this project is located out on Landon Drive, which is between Interstate 380 and Kansas Avenue, south of Penn Street. And this project is it's a 4-story office building, about 100,000 square feet, and it will be starting on the foundation this week. Completion date we haven't heard yet. We haven't got the full set of drawings for this project, so we've issued a foundation permit so they can get started and get that in the ground this winter, with starting in spring and the rest of the building. This time of year we'll get a push to get a lot of the foundation work in the ground before the winter hits. So it's very common to see increase in permit numbers at this time of year. People trying to get us jump on for winter, hits us, and then makes it difficult to get that concrete in the ground. Well, with those fall permits increase, yeah, we'll be busy through the whole winter doing the rough inspections. Of course, we have permits from earlier in the year that we'll be doing finals on. Our numbers, our permit numbers, we haven't really seen a taper or downturn quite as much as some of the other communities have in this area. So the residential side's still been strong, plus we've seen a real increase in the commercial side as far as permits.
Hi, North Liberty. Base Nick here. Gonna update you on 2 things today. The first is, oh wait, you gotta get the snap here for the Boone. Wants me to explain the new flashing yellow arrow on the Penn Jones Boulevard light. It's a brand new light. They've done that construction there. But the left turn off of Penn onto Jones has this flashing yellow light, and that's kind of a new thing. It's becoming a little more standardized, and you've seen them in a few other places around the area. In Coralville and Iowa City, they've got a couple of these lights. So when you go to make a left turn, sometimes you'll have a flashing yellow light. The red light and the green light work exactly like you would expect a red light and a green light to work. Green, go, red, stop. Yellow, caution. Flashing yellow, though, is this new tricky thing. It's kind of like a green light, but you have to yield to oncoming traffic. It means traffic that is going, what direction is that? That would be going east on Penn, has a green light. And so if you're turning left, going west, turning left onto Jones, you need to yield to them. Otherwise, bad things can happen. And I, Face Nick, would like you to be safe out there. So, yield on the flashing yellow light, go when there is not traffic. It seems a little more, makes a little more sense than a solid green light for those left turns, which, because as we said, green means go. We don't want you to go right in front of traffic that's coming the opposite direction. Bad things. The other thing that we needed to touch on today here on Face Nick is a couple weeks ago there were a couple of community events that were held here at the community center, and Katie, hold on, get the snap. Katie from North Liberty said, you know, that I would have loved to attend this past weekend if I had learned about them beforehand. Well, Katie, I apologize. That's on me. We do have other ways to find out about community and city-sponsored events. You can go and get the full calendar, including exciting events like pickleball here at the community center. If you go to northlibertyiowa.org, that's the city's website, and if you go to northlibertyiowa.org/events, it'll take you to the community calendar. It's a Google Calendar. You can put those events right on your Google Calendar if you use that, or you can just check them out there. It shows all the events with descriptions so that you don't miss exciting things going on in North Liberty. We try to keep that updated. We do try to put all those events also onto Facebook and onto Twitter, where you can find us both at facebook.com/NorthLiberty or twitter.com/NorthLiberty. Ask us questions if you need more information about what's going on in the city or need a little bit of help. That's a great way to get in touch with us, especially if it's not something that needs an answer right away. I hang out there, and you can ask me some questions. Until next time, I'm not going to put my finger right in front of my face. Until next time, Face Nick is out. Oh.
How'd you feel?
gonna go casual if that's all right.
I can hear you laughing.
Support those local businesses. That's right. We're gonna go. So hold on here. Evidently, but this is gonna be really cool here shortly because this is gonna be able to take us all the way to Front Street, Fairview Lane. Wow, this looks different, doesn't it? Look how nice this looks. So these two, this was an existing median. And we've taken everything out. As you can see, it's going to match up with the new median over there. It's going to have some nice vegetation and lava rocking. Well, with this project, with the Jones Boulevard project, where the southern section is pretty well done, and they anticipate paving a good chunk of the rest of the road next week. And that's what I'm about to take you on right here. All this area has been graded and proof rolled, what they call, and is ready for concrete. Oh, geez. It's looking pretty good. And then once the concrete gets in, all the utilities are done. They'll be ready to final grade it and seed it, much like is done on the southern part of the project. Yeah, sure. There are a number of different issues that caused some delay with this project. One of them being just the soils in general. Jones Boulevard has always been a road that has boiled up and has had troubles with soils. So they had to go in there and core a bunch of stuff out and put new soil and gravel and compact it. And that's part of the reason there's been a delay. The other reason is the contractor has not focused as much attention as they really needed to this project. They have now kind of refocused and are making some good strides and have changed some phasing of the project in order to get more done at once. So, and that's what we're on right now. This phase that we're on is actually two different phases right here, and they're going to be doing it in one long shot. But I think people are going to be really happy with the end result here, going from a seal chip road to a fully reconstructed curb and gutter concrete facility. We still think this project will be done, substantially completed this year in 2011, and probably some grading and seeding will be needed to be done, come in and done next year. And then in 2013, we anticipate doing the second half of Jones Boulevard here, which is the more southern part, and that then would complete the reconstruction of Jones. We have not, this new stoplight has been activated now for a couple weeks. We haven't obviously seen the full effect of what this will do for our street system because Jones Boulevard isn't complete. But once Jones is fully operational, this is really going to be a great asset to our transportation system in general. Much needed to help traffic flow in this area of town. This investment is going to be beneficial not just for the traffic flow, which has already improved immensely here in this area, but because we're now driving into one of our core areas where we want to see commercial growth, and to have commercial growth, we got to have the infrastructure in place. And by completing this project, that's what we've done, adding turn lanes and widening sections of Penn, and also improving some of the older sections should really be beneficial to this area. There are two businesses that we know that are coming in here, and that is Blink Vision, owned by Ryan Veach. He's the owner of both of these buildings. And then a mail, etc. type business where folks can package and send things, much like a UPS center of some sort. We're told that there are other leases out there and are close to being signed, and what we're told is it could be potentially 75% of these buildings filled by the time they open, which I think is fantastic, and will really do a lot for this whole area. This is really a prime commercial development in North Liberty. You can look at the quality of the facilities, and they're really marvelous, and I think that's why they're having so much success in getting the leases signed. Well, this is the long-awaited McDonald's site, and since the last update, they've made quite a bit of progress out here and have the foundation in and some walls up. In addition to a McDonald's, there's also going to be a couple other retail spots available. I don't know that they have those leased yet, but this will no doubt be a popular area, especially when McDonald's gets up and running. It's exciting to hear that Alpha Graphics is now expanding into the same building, but I think taking up 3 units rather than 1. And I just think that goes to show the growth here in North Liberty, not only residential but commercial growth, is positive. It's great to see those types of businesses having success here. Additionally, we have some older commercial areas in town that have reinvested in their facilities, and also are seeing an increase in clients and in tenants, which is wonderful. I think we have more services being provided here in North Liberty. I want to take you then to, I think we can get around over here on the Gulfview project.
Sounds great.
Because that's
That's
a important link that is just not getting a lot of attention, I don't think, because it's nobody sees it. Yeah. This is the new Gulfview Drive connection. One of North Liberty's biggest weaknesses in our transportation system is our lack of east-west connector streets. So what this street offers is another connection going east and west. And what you can see is we had to cross Muddy Creek and the railroad tracks to get this connection in. So it's not a lot of length of street, but the cost of the project was expensive because of crossing these 2 barriers. They had to reroute the creek and dewater the area, which was pretty fascinating to see done. And now, and it involved a lot of work with the Corps of Engineers and the DNR. Now the creek is running how it was back in its normal place. It's just under a bridge. So very, very cool to see that happen. And you can see here they're getting close. We're not going to cross the bridge because I don't think they want us to be on that yet, but they're getting close to completion. And I imagine here in October this will open up, and it will provide an east-west connector all the way from Kansas Avenue to Front Street. Actually, a substantial piece of this project was the railroad crossing itself, and that's something folks may not know, is that cities are required to pay for that. The railroad won't pay for that. Matter of fact, railroads want to avoid crossings as much as they can. So there will be lights here, there will be gates here, there'll be gates over the sidewalks. It'll be it's about as protected as it can be for a railroad crossing. I'll call your attention to the stonework on the bridge. One of the things we look at in every project is, obviously we're concerned about functionality, but we also want to look at how we can improve the appearance in general, or continue to improve the appearance in general in North Liberty. And you know, image goes a long way when you're trying to recruit businesses and residents. And so the added touch here is the stonework on the bridge, which is very similar to the bridge in the new Cornerstone Park area on Dubuque Street.